When it hit 1 million views in a month, kind of just posted on TikTok, went to sleep, was on 22,000 views on TikTok, and I thought it was kind of just going to stop there. After like a day, it hit 100K on TikTok. After a week or so, it was on like 300K, and then 400K, and it just kind of kept going up. When it hit 1 million views in a month on YouTube, I was so surprised, and obviously I was so happy.
You were like, what, 15, 16, yeah. It must have been crazy at that age, just blown up like that. So, Idi Akz, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Awesome, yeah, I'm great, man. Good. So, for those who don't know you, who are you?
My name's Idi Akz. I'm an artist from Derby, and I've been making music for about 3 years now. So yeah.
Awesome, yeah. How'd you get into music then?
So I come from a Nigerian family, and we grew up in church. So in church, my mum would sing in the choir, she'd lead the choir, and my dad would play the drums. So like from a young age, like I was exposed to people who were doing music and things like that. And then I had a passion for singing, like growing up. And then I'd say about when I was 12, my voice broke, and I didn't like how I sounded when I sang. So then I just took up rapping, and then from there I've just been rapping ever since.
Awesome, yeah. So obviously 2 years clear, right? Released in 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
Now that blew up. Like right now it's got almost 50 million plays.
50 million.
That is amazing. How did you come across kind of making that music? Obviously at a young age as well.
Yeah. So at the time, I'd only released one single prior. So this would have been my second song. And I was going to a studio called Baby People, and they actually offered me free studio sessions because I was still in year 10 at the time. I was still in secondary school. And then I wrote the song in school. Like I wrote a lot of the songs in school, like at break time and lunch time. And then by the time it was finished, I didn't really have much faith in it, but I said, okay, I'm being offered free sessions. I might as well record as much as possible. So myself and two of my friends, we went to the studio session, we recorded it, and he recorded a snippet for me. And I kind of just sat on it because I didn't really have much faith in the song. I felt like it was quite personal to me, which is what I wasn't used to doing recently. I wasn't used to making songs so personal beforehand. So a friend of mine encouraged me to post it on TikTok. I kind of just posted on TikTok, went to sleep. It was on 22,000 views on TikTok, which
crazy. At
the time I was only getting between 1 to 2K. So for me, that was great. And I thought it was kind of just going to stop there. But then after like a day, it hit 100K on TikTok. Then after a week or so, it was on like 300K and then 400K, and it just kind of kept going up. And at the time, I had my mocks in like a week. So I didn't want to release the song whilst my mocks were going on. So I had to wait for myself to finish the mocks. And then I got offered a free video from a director and videographer called Jay Winter. And he offered to do a video for me for free. And then I just got it out there and then just took off from there, really.
That's amazing. How did it feel just blown up so quickly? Like obviously you were like what, 15, 16, It must have been crazy at that age, just blown up like that.
I mean, it was overwhelming to start with because I was not expecting it like at all. I mean, I thought it might just be something that does well on TikTok, and then when it actually comes out, the views don't really translate. But when it hit 1 million views in a month on YouTube, I was so surprised, and obviously I was so happy, and it just gave me that,
just drive to carry on. I mean, that is a boost and a half. Like from the start, making music. I mean, it was your second song. You said, Did you release that song? Obviously, you said you were waiting to release it because your mocks. Like how long after?
So I'd say I recorded it toward the end of June, and then I released the song on the 16th of July. So it was like two
pretty
weeks.
Quickly.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
So is there a meaning behind 2 years clear? You said it's quite sort of personal. It's got a meaning behind it. What?
So 2 years clear is about an ex-girlfriend of mine, and we were almost in a 2-year relationship, and it kind of like ended off between Yeah, it just ended off before we got to the 2-year mark, really.
Okay.
And then I also mixed in experiences I'd had after the breakup, maybe like talking to other girls and trying to get into relationships with other people, and it just not going well, really.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was kind of about, it was quite a personal song, really. Yeah. So do you think people could kind of relate to that? Because a song like that, people, I think, could relate to that.
I mean, as far as I was concerned, in the UK, not many people were rapping about things like that or going into that much detail. So for people, it was a breath of fresh air. Also, it was personal. People could relate because certain people have been through similar things. A lot of people have been through breakups, heartbreak, and things of that sort.
Yeah. So is a lot of your music obviously towards now? Now we're in 2024, so 3 years later.
Yeah.
How many songs have you got now?
So I've got 3 songs. No, sorry, 5 songs and an EP.
Nice.
8, yeah.
Yeah, so 8 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the process behind creating your music? Obviously, I know it's going to be different for each one, but how do you start off coming up with the idea?
Yeah. So for me, before I start writing, I'll think of ideas because I feel like if I make a song with no direction, it's not going to resonate to anyone really and truly. So I always have an idea and then I kind of just build off that. Certain songs I can start writing off the top of my head and then maybe help construct a beat later or find a beat later. But with majority of my songs, I'll have the beat and then I'll write from there, really.
Yeah. So right now, this is a completely different question. Right now, we're with you almost 250,000 monthly listeners. Now that is some big numbers. So what kind of point right now are you at? What's going on now?
So for me, I'm kind of like rebranding myself as an artist in a way. The type of music I'm making is like quite different to what I was making in 2021 when I was 15 and things like that. So now I'm kind of like just pushing out this new sound and just seeing what people think and if people like it or not, and hopefully getting some new listeners.
Yeah. So is your music maybe targeted towards anyone?
Yeah. I'd say right now it's targeted to the people who are like interested in fashion and have like are into like jazz or like chill music or like chill rap. So that's the people I'm kind of targeting now.
Yeah, awesome. And you're trying to kind of obviously create new music to widen that.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you look up to? I mean, I've seen on a couple of things, you say Billie Eilish. What else?
So I really like Billie Eilish. I've always liked her. There's just a lot of things I like about her. Like she's a very good musician. Her brother writes songs very well. Just her whole vibe and
you're in love with her.
But yeah, who else would I say? I mean, I look up to Knox as well. I mean, I'd been listening to him like from like 2020. So like just before, like he was kind of like discovered by everybody. So like he's always been someone that I've looked at. Obviously I like Dave, which most people do.
Everyone
likes Dave, but yeah. And then there's other artists like, I like the Arctic Monkeys a lot. I mean, I like a lot of their older stuff as well. And I just like the way that their music was so brutally honest and just straight to the point, really. I really like that writing style.
So you like kind of a lot of different types of music. I mean, you like your rap, obviously, yourself being a rapper. That suits that. But then you like, Billie Eilish, some indie music. So that's awesome. So you listen to a bit of everything.
Yeah, really.
Amazing. Yeah. So you've worked with quite a few people while creating music. Tell me a bit about that.
So the first person I made a song with was my younger brother. So he wasn't really into rapping, but I kind of gave him the opportunity to kind of give it a go. And we made a song that we liked. And then I got the opportunity from Mixtape Madness to record and upload.
It's gone dark.
Record and upload a Next Stop. And I decided to put my brother on that, and it did well. think right now it's sitting at 3.5 million views on YouTube. So
amazing, yeah. And obviously, is he trying to get into the music as well?
I mean, he's still quite indecisive about that. I mean, we might hear from him this year, we might not, but yeah, he's just
something to look out for. Yeah, 50-50
the music.
Cool. Yeah, so obviously you've worked with other like maybe like large, medium rappers. How does that come across how do you kind of approach each other and say, hey, let's just like create some music?
So me, I'm really big on networking. Like if I like an artist's music, I will tell them type of thing. And like we might have that like mutual respect between each other because we're both trying to be artists, we're both trying to do something like, and then a lot of the time it just comes organically, or I might hit them up or they might hit me up. And my first EP, I had I think 5 features on there, and all of them were people that I've networked with before, and it was just kind of easy to just say, okay, I've got this song, I'd like you to feature on it, and then get it done and then go from there.
I think when you've got that relationship with people as well, it's easy to say to them like, you know what, I've been listening to music for ages. I love it. Let's do something. Let's create it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So have you got any advice for maybe those upcoming rappers, you know, from anywhere? Like any advice you would give?
So for me, I believe if you are different in any way to maybe a lot of the UK artists, let people know that and let people see that through your music. Because at the end of the day, a lot of artists are similar. And if you have a way to stand out, why not do that?
Yeah, that's some good advice right there. So you're saying like, don't care what people think, just follow your own path. Is that something that you've done?
Yeah, that is. I mean, for me, obviously post 2021, a lot of the music was like drill was really popular at the time, and a lot of like aggressive, violent music was popular at the time. And for me, it just wasn't something that was authentic to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of just went and did something that was a bit more me, really.
I think that's important to stick to yourself, you know, don't change who you are. And I think everyone that I've interviewed so far has said that, you know, like be yourself, because then you kind of start being someone that you're not, and it won't, like, you know, you might not enjoy music then. So would you say you love music?
Yeah,
I do love music, and you love
right
creating
now.
it.
Yeah, right now I do.
Yeah,
but there's been times where I really haven't, but as of now I do.
So have you had like kind of times you had to overcome then?
Yeah, I have.
Tell me a bit about that.
Like, so I was in a record label deal, and there was a situation where I wasn't able to release a song for 9 months, and obviously that affected like my career up to this point. Like, a lot of people thought I'd quit music. A lot of people got the impression that I wasn't serious about music, and loads of other things like that. And it just really kind of knocked my confidence in a way. And then you get the odd comments from people saying, oh, this person's fallen off, or this person's not where they're supposed to be right now, and everything like that. But I've kind of just overcame it. Yeah. And I'm passionate about music again.
It's something you just thought, you know what, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to get on with what I'm doing. I mean, after 9 months, you must have been on it again.
Yeah.
Creating more music. Yeah. So we were talking about Billie Eilish and, you know, Dave, Nux.
Yeah.
What's your biggest dream? Your biggest, like, where would you want to be if you could be anywhere?
I'd want to be in America, definitely. Like, I definitely want to move to America at some point. And another dream for me is to be an actor, because I've always wanted to be an actor, really. Like, so, and music is an avenue to act in and things like that. So I feel like it's doable.
So do you want to be like worldwide, you know, maybe on the stages like Dave or Nux? Yeah. That's a good thing to aim for, you know. I think you'll get there, definitely. I mean, you're literally just, you know, on the increase. It's just it's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly, from someone like me, I mean, I'm 17, and like, I mean, you're not much older. For someone to be, you know, that young and like like I'd say you're very successful,
Thank you.
At the age of 15, making a song like 2 years clear, like 50 million plays, crazy, amazing. So in the next 6 months, or maybe a year, I don't know if 6 months is too short, what can we see from you?
So in the next year, definitely I want to get another project out. You're going to hear a lot of perspective music, as I like to call it. Like there's a few songs I might release that are told from someone else's point of view, or like a very personal point of view, or the other person's point of view. So perspective music, that's what you guys are going to be hearing, and a lot of better lyricism.
Yeah, so you're going to be working on that lyrics. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, thanks a lot for speaking. It was awesome getting to know you. I hope you enjoyed getting to know Idi Akz. Thanks, man.
Cheers. Appreciate that, man.